On YouTube. Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the inaugural episode of Jeopardy! See, we've had several people waiting for us already in the chat. Let's say a quick hello to everyone who's here. Bird of Prey 5, Kapla. Hello to LDG, Tokyo Trekker, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, and Cinnabon Bunny, who is already claiming to be champion. And also hello to 47 Yorktown and Resolute Germ. So thank you all for joining us today. So I guess now we do the debut of the Professor's excellent new Jeopardy board.
Well, thank you. We need to have some players, though, first.
Yes, that would be helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat so we can get some contestants ready to go.
And John, I think you should be at the top. This is your channel.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even thought about that.
No. Yeah, it's not my channel. It's your channel. So there you go.
Okay, so the links in the chat if you want to join us. We have 3 rounds prepared for tonight if we have enough contestants.
We're just waiting on you, so come on up. We got a fun game tonight, and we just need some players. John made some great questions for this evening, so.
And welcome to our first contestant. Kapla.
Kapla.
Hello, Arabic in the chat, and we have Resolute Germ. Welcome. I want to have everyone's favorite transporter chief.
Resolute, are you there?
Loser yeah. Kyle.
If you're there, Resolute, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you now. There you go. Excellent. So we have our first 3 contestants, but we have 2 more rounds after this. So feel free to join in for the later rounds. So we have the option of playing with the buzzers or not. Is there a preference?
Is this the buzz-in live buzzer?
Yes, it would be buzz-in live if we use the buzzers.
I like them if we could do it, but it's up to you guys.
Sure. That's fine. I'll go ahead and put the code for that in the private chat in StreamYard.
Sounds good. And John, I'm just trying to figure where I'm going to put everything on my 3 screens. So, so hopefully you got the buzzer now.
Yeah, I see Resolute's in. I've got Koala Kyle. Very nice. He's buzzed in already. Okay, then we got Bird of Prey 5. Very good. Oh, and hello, Multi-Gunman. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome, Multi-Gunman.
So I'll go ahead and clear the buzzers. Oh, and just a reminder about the buzzers. The rule is that you're not supposed to buzz in until the entire clue has been read. But after that, go for it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, we looked it up, and apparently that is how they do it on Jeopardy.
Is it?
Huh. What they really do on Jeopardy is they don't allow the buzzers to activate until the question is completely read.
Yeah,
that's why they're all going nuts with their thumbs.
That's true.
And if you click in early, there's like a second pause before you can try again. So if you do it a little bit too early and you see them doing this type of thing, it's because they buzzed in a little early.
Okay.
Well, it looks like everybody's signed in to the buzzer. If we want to go ahead and start.
Okay.
Anybody else? See, we already got some other people backstage. You'll be welcome to join us in the next round.
Oh, terrific. Terrific. Okay. Are we ready, John?
Yes, I think we're ready. And I see also welcome Mercer. Yes, this is just the first round, so you still have plenty of opportunities to join us in later rounds.
I just
Yes.
want to say thank you for the opportunity of being in the first of, I'm sure, many Jeopnerdies on its new place and new channel.
Well, I'm glad you could join us.
Well, we're
Thank you.
excited. We're excited that you're all here.
Exactly.
This is
Glad-
Wow.
fantastic.
What a kiss
Wow.
ass. It's like minus 500 points.
I think I should get plus 1,000.
Well, let's reveal the category, shall we?
Sure, sounds good. We have TOS references in TNG. Trek quotables. John's timeline of ships, where you'll get a picture of a ship and you have to identify it. Episodes with godlike beings. And finally, Spock is mind melding with, and you have to tell us who it was in that particular episode or movie.
Sounds good.
Okay. It's Bird O' Prey 5's turn.
Yes, we'll start at the top left. Top references, TOS references in TNG for 100, please.
All right.
This TOS character tours the Enterprise D in the first episode of TNG. Okay, Germ.
Do we have to phrase this as a question?
Yeah, we prefer that, yes.
Who is Dr. Leonard McCoy?
That is correct.
Okay, same category, 200.
The crew of the Tsiolkovsky died as a result of the same type of polywater infection that spread through the Enterprise crew in this TOS episode. Bird of Prey 5.
What is the naked time?
That's correct.
Very good, Bird.
Thank
Nicely
you.
It's your
done.
board.
TOS, I was staring at the screen like, am I supposed to? Oh, I got to hit the buzzer. TOS references in TNG for 300, please.
Riker notes that one of the great achievements of Sarek's career is the admission of this planet into the Federation, which was being debated in Journey to Babel. Kyle.
I buzzed too early, so never mind.
Oh, okay. Anybody else?
See, I'm honest
Very nice.
We're not going to deduct, though.
as a champion. If no one else gets
I'd say
it,
go
I'll guess.
I'd say go ahead and buzz in again. If no one's buzzing in, go ahead.
Yeah.
What is Cordon?
You got it.
Sweet.
Okay. It's your board, Asian Kyle.
All right, let's go 400. Same category.
After being rescued from a pattern buffer, Scotty tells many stories from the Enterprise, such as when an individual with this title complained about the size of her quarters. Kyle.
Oh no. It was who was the Dolan of somewhere. Fuck. It literally just left my head. That sucks.
Oh, don't you hate that?
D-
It's on the
Dolan
tip of my tongue.
Choice.
What do you think, Professor? Should we give him it for the first part?
Yeah, I think so. It was close. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
What was it?
Is the dolmen of
Elas.
Elas.
Ah.
Yeah, Troyes was the other planet.
She'd
Well
be a good
done, though.
trader. You never know. All right, so let's go with 500 then.
During an Academy battle simulation, Riker calculated a blind spot on a vessel belonging to this species that first appeared in TOS. Germ,
Who are the Tholians?
you got it. Very punctual on that answer.
Indeed.
Okay. Let's go with Spock is mind melding with for 100.
Oh no.
The Devil in the Dark. Kyle.
What is the rock thing?
Yeah, what was the name of the rock thing?
What?
It had a name?
Yes, it did.
It wasn't just lava
Yes.
creature? God dang it.
No.
Sorry, I can't give you that one.
Never mind. I don't know. It was rock something.
Okay, well, if Bird of Prey 5 was next on the buzzer,
What is the Horta?
that's correct.
Horta, rock, same thing.
Spock mind meld for 200.
The Paradise Syndrome.
Nobody.
Whoops.
I need
5
more of a
seconds.
clue.
Well, Spock is mind melding with somebody in the Paradise Syndrome.
I didn't even know what that episode is.
Well, time's up. I guess we'll go ahead and reveal the answer. That was Captain Kirk. That was the episode where Kirk got zapped and lost his memory on the Native American planet.
Oh, I always skip that episode.
I was thinking a completely different episode.
I guess mind meld for 300.
Mirror, Mirror. Kyle.
Who is McCoy?
That's right.
Sweet. All right, let's do something different. Timeline of ships for 300.
300.
What's the class of this ship? Kyle.
What is a Nova class?
That's right.
And you've taken a commanding lead.
Sweet.
Indeed.
Maybe you're not such a failure.
That's okay. I'll just
Are you
wait for
I'm
fan?
not
Yeah,
living
you
up to
know.
my name. That's not right. Quotables for 300.
Quotables for 300.
You reached out to an enemy. You told her the truth. You tried to stop a murder. The Federation needs men like you, Doctor. Men of conscience, men of principle, men who can sleep at night. Germ.
Now, you want who said that, right?
Yes,
Who is Stallone?
you got it.
Dang it.
You're bored,
go.
Resolute.
Timeline of ships for 100.
Name the class.
Damn.
I got- yeah, Kyle was first, but it was a close one.
It was a Defiant class.
You got it.
Hold on, my cell phone fell over.
Oh, no.
I hit it too hard.
Don't break it.
Unless the Mercer said this board looks more like Jeopardy. It certainly
I
does.
gotta sign
Chris did a
back
great
in.
job.
I gotta
Okay.
sign back
This
into
is
the
my own
game.
creation, so. And it's Asian Kyle's turn.
Oh, does Bird need more time?
Are you ready, Bird?
I'm back in. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go with Godlike for 500.
Godlike for 500.
Jack Ransom. We want
What?
the name of the episode.
Oh man.
Thank you, Mercer. I appreciate that.
Time's up. Strange Energies.
Yeah, new truck titles
The
don't
lower
stand ahead.
decks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like they're not real Trek yet.
Most of it isn't.
Let's go with
No need for the word yet there, Bird.
Godlike for 400.
Quinn. Germ.
Oh no, that's the one with his kid. Shit.
I
What
don't
is
think
Death
that's the
Wish?
answer.
So what'd you say?
What is Death Wish?
That's
Death
the one.
Wish.
Bring it.
Yep.
Now we got a tight game now.
Let's go with Timeline of Ships 200.
What class is this? And Kyle was first.
Who was a constellation?
That's the one. Nicely done.
All right, ships for 400.
Okay, what's the class of this ship? And Kyle was first again.
Was a Marauder?
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Was a Ferengi Marauder class?
Well, that is a Ferengi, but it has the class had a specific
Oh,
name.
Decora.
There you go.
Ships for 5.
And identify this ship. Just a
What?
general description. Who it belonged to.
What?
Yeah, have fun with that one.
It's not
It's
one of those
Star Trek,
new
right?
Trek things, are there?
And it's not from New Trek.
It belongs to John, so does that count?
Not quite. And any guesses from anyone?
I have no idea.
If not, I guess we'll go ahead and reveal the answer. That was an Orion Interceptor that was on Enterprise.
And welcome Robert Rose Jr. to the chat.
Yep, thank you for joining us.
And it's Asian Kyle's turn still.
Oh, what was the last one? The last category for 400. Spock's meld with.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Dagger of the Mind.
Oh man.
Time's up. Simon Van Gelder. First time Spock ever did a mind meld with a human being.
No, I just saw that, and he mind melded in Strange New Worlds.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
Well, that passed this time.
Oh man. All right,
Asian
melded for
Kyle
5.
still.
The Infinite Vulcan.
Oh, is that that's an animated series question, isn't it?
Yes, it
It
is.
is.
That's not fair.
I should know this one.
I know I've seen it.
Time is up, unfortunately. Spock 2. Very creative. That's the giant Spock, in case anybody was wondering.
All right, let's go with quotables for 5.
I may not know exactly what we're up against, but I do know that in this, our darkest hour, I'm grateful. Grateful to have a ship and a crew I trust with my life.
What?
I think you're stumping them.
It seems like
Was
it.
this a Voyager one?
No, it's not. I guess
Wow.
time's up. You want to go ahead and reveal the answer. Brad Boimler.
Oh, that's even less. Lower decks.
Let's try to keep the questions to actual Star Trek.
Dang animated
I'll
track.
keep that in mind.
All right. Quotables for 400.
His contribution helped secure humanity's future, and in some ways, my own. The Yankees in 6 games. Germ.
7 of 9.
That's right.
Well done, Germ. It's
Nice.
your board.
It's close.
Unbelievable.
Let's go quotables 100.
In this galaxy, there's a mathematical probability of 3 million Earth-type planets. And in all the universe, 3 million galaxies like this. And in all of that, and perhaps more, only one of each of us. Bird of Prey 5.
Who is Captain Kirk?
Ooh, no.
You know, it sounds extra ridiculous, so I'm going to say, who is Archer?
That's also incorrect.
I'm not going to try.
Okay.
Howard.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and reveal the answer. It was Dr. McCoy.
And that was a 100-point question.
Yeah, see, I thought that would be easy. I guess not.
That's who
Yeah,
I
did
meant.
too. That's who
I
you
know
meant.
who said that in Andromeda, but not in Star Trek.
Okay, Germ, it's still your board.
Let's finish out quotables.
Oh, it's the Daily Double.
Dang it.
Oh.
Rigged.
You can bet anywhere from 5 to 1,700. And this is official Jeopardy rules. You have to bet at least 5.
1,700.
At least 5.
At least 5 points, yes.
I thought you could bet $1.
Points. That's 500. Let's
I
go
looked it up,
300.
Bird.
Okay.
Okay. For 300.
Fate protects fools, little children, and ships named Enterprise.
Oh, come on.
As I recall, there's 2 people who said that.
I was only aware of the one myself.
I'd only remember one.
Who is James T. Kirk?
Yes.
I'm afraid not.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was Commander Riker, at least the one that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
Me too.
I thought both of them said it.
I don't recall.
I thought Kirk said it in the movie.
Riker said it in a movie.
If
Benny?
Kirk said it, it would have
Riker
been
said it in a
5.
terrible episode.
The terrible episode.
In one of them, yeah.
Okay, let's go 300.
Amanda Rogers.
Who?
Wow.
Time's up. That would be True Q.
Oh, yeah. 200.
Apollo. Kyle.
Who mourns? Well, what is who mourns for Adonias?
That's correct.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And the final clue is
Trelane. Kyle.
What is the square of Gothos?
That's the one. Nice work.
Okay, could you repeat that?
Gothos?
No, the first part.
What is the square of?
Okay, I thought you said square. Very good.
Champion.
So we have
Yeah.
a winner.
Yay, congratulations. You're the winner of the first Jeopardy Agent Kyle.
That's so awesome. Kyle finally
Very.
succeeds at doing something right.
Congratulations.
Well done. Well
Egg
done.
rolls for everyone.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to go to round 2.
It looks like we already got some people backstage, so very nice.
But all three of you, hey, you got positive scores. That seemed to be a rarity before, so maybe we've improved, huh?
Hope so.
Definitely.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Bird, for coming on. Thank you, Resolute.
Thank you.
You. Bye.
And Asian Kyle, he left.
Oh, I don't know if you wanted to come back as the returning champion or not. We have enough people for an all new set of contestants if we wanted to go with that. There was a total of 3 games tonight, so we have 2 rounds to go. Oh, Kyle is back.
Was I supposed to stay? I didn't know.
So what do you think, Professor? Should we keep the returning champion for the next round?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Unless we have an overabundance of players.
Looks
It's
like
up to you guys because I didn't know if I was staying or not, so that's why I left.
It's like so far we have 4 other people in the backstage.
If the new guys want to play, and then if there's not enough for round 3, I can come back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
We can do
All
that.
right,
We can
cool.
do that. Thank you, Asian Kyle.
Thank you.
I'm glad you finally accomplished something positive.
Yes. A very gracious winner. Okay, backstage next we had number 1, Tokyo Trekker, and Mr. President.
Hi.
Glad you could join us.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
What are we doing?
Good, thanks.
Thanks.
Doing pretty good.
Are you there, number 1?
Yeah,
Yeah, excellent.
I'm here.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes, we
Who
can
is
hear
our
you.
second player? Tokyo.
Yes, Tokyo is second.
I might have to
Tokyo.
read-
What's your complete name? I'm sorry.
Tokyo Trekker.
Trekker. That's what I thought it
Yeah.
was. Thank you.
I might have to rejoin for a sec because I've got a strange visual lag on my end. But I'll join and rejoin in 30 seconds if that's all right.
Okay, we'll hold on for you.
Cool.
So, how's Tokyo and number 1 this evening?
Doing okay tonight. Or
Excellent.
this afternoon, well, actually this morning. It's only 10:30.
Oh, no, I was looking at the wrong window. The lag's gone. Ignore that. Sorry.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
looking at the YouTube stream instead of the StreamYard's window directly. It's my fault.
Okay. Got it.
Do we have? Are we using buzzers or just audio triggers, or how we do it?
We have the option to either use the buzzers or do the other method where we just take turns.
Okay. What does everyone else want? Oh, I'm easy.
Number 1, Tokyo. What would you prefer?
I'm actually okay with either one. Buzzers is cool too.
Yeah, either one's fine.
Doesn't
Well,
work.
you decide, Professor and John.
Would it be easier on you if we did the take turns instead of the buzzer?
Yeah, I think it would be easier on me. Yes. But I
Okay.
don't-
That's
No, we'll do
fine.
take
Big.
turns. I'm good with that.
Sounds good.
All right. And are we going to do the double score if the person that's selecting the category and amount gets it right?
Yeah, I think that's fine as long as everybody else is good with that.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
fair.
All right.
Excellent.
Cool. I can go full screen now. Awesome.
So we can start anytime you want.
Sure.
Are we
and
ready to go?
Good
I'm good.
board, Professor. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's going to get better. I didn't quite have time to finish a couple things, but it's looking good, I think.
Cool. Well, yeah, I
Right.
reckon it looks great.
So let's fill in the categories.
So First of all, now we have TOS references in DS9. We have Trek quotables again. John's timeline of ships. Episodes with godlike beings. And rounding out with Spock is mind melding with.
Okie dokie.
That's a reminder where we tell you the episode of the movie and tell you who is he doing the mind meld with. Looks like
Okay,
number
number one.
I'll try Spock 100.
Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
Let me think here. Who's he mind meld with in the undiscovered country? He mind melds with what's her name? Vulcan. Yeah, what's her name?
If you need to, you can pass.
It's slipping my mind. Yeah, I guess I'll have to pass. I can't think of her name right now.
Okay,
Okay,
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Who was Lieutenant Valeris?
That's right. Nicely done.
And let's go with John's timeline of ships for 2.
I just noticed a problem. I knew there was going to be a bug somewhere. You got more points than you should have.
This is true.
Oh, yeah, doubled his points.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't have, and there's a bug somewhere. Someone have to catch that.
Didn't we say it was double points if you got it correct, or am I misremembering?
If you pick it, yes. But number one picked that
Oh.
clue.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's no problem.
I fixed the score manually. You said timeline of ships for 2?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, what's the class of this ship?
That is what is the Cardassian Gowler class?
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. President, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go with ships for 100, please.
Okay.
Oh, that's so easy. What is the US?
Name the class.
Oh, the class. Sorry. What is
No problem.
What is the original Constitution class?
That's the one. Good work.
Very good.
Do I keep
I will
going?
I will say the font is wrong on the nacelles in that picture.
Do I keep going?
No, it's number one's turn.
Okay, sorry. I wasn't sure if you got one correct that you
All
picked
right,
with your retained.
Spock mind meld 200, I guess.
All right.
The Changeling.
He's mind melded with Nomad.
That's right.
Or what is Nomad? Who is Nomad? Whatever.
I think I know what the problem is. Tokyo, it's your
Are we
turn.
good? All right.
Yep, we're good.
Cool. Let's go with Trek quotables for 2.
Trek quotables for 2.
I couldn't help it, said the Scorpion. It's my nature.
Who is Commander Chakotay?
That's right.
Very good. Mr. President,
Quotables for 3, please.
quotables for 3.
Thousands of inhabited planets at our fingertips, and we'll be able to explore those strange new worlds and seek out new life and new civilizations.
Yeah. Who was Admiral Forrest?
I'm afraid not. Although
Oh,
you're on the right track.
yeah. Never mind.
Do you know number one?
So you're saying it's an admiral? Huh?
Not necessarily.
Uh,
I think he meant that I was on the right track with the series. With the yeah,
Hmm.
not but yeah. I think I know who it is now, but it's too late.
no, I'll pass.
Tokyo.
This engine will let us go boldly where no one has gone before. Who is Captain Archer?
I'm afraid that is also incorrect.
I think I know who it is now.
Zeph from
Yeah.
Cochrane.
SOB, you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
I thought it was Archer. I'm like, I'm all confident. I finished the quote. Got the wrong guy. Womp womp. Embarrassing.
All right, it's number one's turn.
Spock, I'm out 300.
Unification Part 2.
Mine mounts with Picard.
That's correct.
So who is Captain Picard?
You got it.
Very good. And the scoring is working correctly.
Excellent.
All right, Tokyo.
And I'm still embarrassed by that last performance. Trek quotable. Trek quotables for 5, please.
For 5. Okay.
Yeah, you catch up on this.
I've worked hard here. My record is exemplary. If you're going to judge me for what I am now.
Oh, yeah, I know this.
Oh, this is definitely a $500 question.
I know that one.
Indeed.
I'm hoping no one else gets it because I know. I hope that's not bad to say.
Crap.
You're welcome to pass if
Oh!
you don't know.
Oh, no. Who, what was her name? Oh no. I know the scene. I know. Well, if I pass, I lose the points anyway.
You don't lose points if you pass.
No.
You
Who's
just go to
Ensign
the next.
Cito? Or Vito? Ensign Vito.
So which one you going with?
Let's go with Cito. Who is Ensign Cito?
Okay, that's a good call. The correct answer is Cito Jaxa.
I knew that one. I was,
Pulled it out.
I was hoping
And
you
Tokyo.
passed, but
Tokyo, you're in the lead, but it's Mr.
Beautiful scene,
President's
too.
turn.
Good episode of TNG.
Oh,
Yep.
excellent.
yeah,
Excellent.
it was very good.
I lagged out.
Mr. President, you got some catching up to do.
Yeah, I need to redeem myself. I'm gonna go ships for 400, please.
Ships for 4.
Okay, name the class of this ship.
Oh no! It has to be one of the Early Vulcan ones. Oh no! I'm gonna have to pass. Sorry.
Oh,
That's all right.
Oh well.
number 1.
What is Navarre class?
Unfortunately, no. Sorry.
And Tokyo, you can take a commanding lead if you can get this one.
I believe that is, what is the Surak class?
That's right.
Very good.
Well,
Nicely done.
congrats. Congrats.
And it's number 1's turn.
Ships for 3, I guess.
Ships for 3.
Okay, what's the class?
What is a D Deredix? Romulan
You
bird
got it.
of. Okay.
Yeah, D-Deredex is good. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. Okay.
And you got 600 points for that. You're catching up,
Very good.
but it's
Nicely done.
Tokyo's turn.
Quotables for 4.
Quotables for 4.
Human beings do not survive on bread alone, you poor soulless creature, but on the nourishments of liberty.
I don't remember this quite at all.
I don't either. I'm going to pass.
I'm gonna pass.
Number 1,
Was Harry Mudd?
you got it.
Very
Nicely
good.
done.
Ironic that he would talk about liberty.
Yeah, it is kind of ironic, isn't it? Okay,
your
Mr.
turn.
President.
I'm really gonna catch up. I'm going to go with toss references in DS9 for 200.
200. Okay.
Upon first meeting Kor, Worf asks him about his confrontation with Kirk on this planet.
Ah. No, sorry.
Are you passing?
Yeah, I'm passing. Sorry.
No
This is
problem.
gonna
Sorry.
be this is gonna be my worst game ever, but it's all in fun anyway. Pass.
Well, you'll just have to come back the next time and redeem yourself.
Absolutely. With
Yeah.
the vengeance.
Okay, number 1.
No, I'll pass on that one.
Tokyo.
What is Organia?
That's right.
Very good.
I knew it was that episode. I just couldn't remember the name of the planet.
That's all right.
Okay, number 1. It's your turn.
I guess finish up ships for 5.
Ships for 5.
Okay, what type of ship is this?
Say, I know I've seen it. It's not coming to me. I'll have to pass.
Okay.
What is a Hirogen hunting vessel?
Exactly right.
Very good. And you've taken a bigger lead, and it's your turn.
Episodes with godlike beings for 100.
The Platonians.
What is Plato's stepchildren?
That's right.
Okay. Cool.
Mr. President.
Episodes with godlike beings for 200.
Did you say 200?
Yeah, 200.
The Organians from TOS.
Now I'm gonna remember the episode name. That was the one we were just talking about.
Yep.
Oh, what is the errand of mercy?
There you go.
Yay!
Good, you're back on the plus side.
Very
Yay!
good. And it's number one's turn.
Spock mind meld 400.
Requiem for Methuselah.
Um, I'll have to pass on that one.
Okay.
And I pass as well.
I passed
Mr. President.
I passed as
Okay.
well.
All right.
Everyone passed.
There's Captain Kirk. Tells him to forget.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Okay, Tokyo, it's your
I
board.
wish someone could do that with some of my crushes, I tell you.
I think we all could say that.
Yeah.
Definitely. TOS and DS9 for 3.
For 3.
In Trials and Tribulations, this disgraced Klingon travels back in time in an attempt to assassinate Captain Kirk.
Who was Arn Darvin?
That's the one.
Very
Nicely done.
good. And Mr. President, it's your board.
What is godlike beings for 3, please?
For 300.
The Dowd.
The Dow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the Dow. This isn't my game. Never mind. Pass.
Okay, number 1.
No, I'll pass.
Tokyo?
The name is very familiar, but the episode name is escaping me. I'm going to pass.
Okay, everybody
Okay.
passed.
That was The Survivors. You may know him as Kevin Uxbridge.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's funny, I remember the episode title better than I do the species.
Mm.
Yeah, the species name just came right into mind. I just could not remember where it was from.
I want to know where that guy is that keeps putting what is arena in the chat. Where is that guy tonight?
It's a good question.
Okay, number 1, it's your board.
Oh, my bad. Spock mind meld 500.
5.
Is there in truth no beauty?
I believe he mind melds with the creature you're not supposed to see, or whatever the heck that's called. What's that thing called? Yeah, crap. Not coming to me. I'll have to pass.
Okay.
Okay, Tokyo.
What is the Medusan?
Can you tell us his name?
No. I just know the species. It was the Medusan.
Yeah, unfortunately, he does have a name that's mentioned in the episode. And there's also a second answer from this episode I would accept as well. A different person.
Can I throw that in there?
Sure.
Who is Dr. Miranda Jones?
That's correct.
Do we want to give Mr. President an opportunity?
Sure, we can give him a chance for the other answer.
No, pass. Sorry. Can't
That's all
remember
right.
the episode, no.
The Medusan's name was Kolos.
I'm gonna have to look up the episode. I can't remember.
I'll have to see that again.
Okay,
All right.
Tokyo, it's your board.
Let's TOS and DS9 for 4.
400.
Both Spock and Cassidy Yates were familiar with the great importance that the Tholians placed on this quality.
Quality.
I know this. If it gets to me.
I'm gonna have to pass.
Mr. President.
What is punctuality?
Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, we mentioned that earlier tonight.
Indeed.
I feel like I've redeemed myself now.
Nicely done.
Indeed. And it's your board, Mr. President. You can get even closer.
Yes. I'm gonna take an easy one though. What is quotables for 100?
Quotables for 1.
Let's make sure history never forgets the name Enterprise.
It was Captain Picard.
Exactly.
In one of the best episodes ever, in my opinion.
That was a good one.
All right. Number 1 is your board.
References DS9 for 100.
100.
Kang, Kor, and Koloth, legendary Klingons from the TOS era, reunite with Dax to stop the albino in this episode.
I don't know. Good question.
Well, there we have what is arena in the chat. That's what you were looking for, Professor.
Yeah. Thank you, Gorilla. I think somebody else always said that. I'm trying to remember who that was now. And welcome, Mike Richards.
Yes.
I'll pass.
Greetings, Mike. Okay.
Okay, what is Blood Oath?
That's correct.
Well done. And it is your board, Tokyo.
All right, let's finish TOS and DS9 for 5.
The youngest brother of Cassidy Yates was a colonist on this planet, which appeared in TOS.
What is Cestus 3?
Exactly.
Pike City Pioneers.
Nice.
And Mr. President, 400 or 500?
Well, I may as well go out and bang and go 500.
All right.
The Thasians.
Definitely a $500 question.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna pass. Sorry.
Number 1.
Sounds like a Voyager episode, but it's probably not. I'll pass.
Tokyo?
I'm going to pass too. Is this a TAS one?
No, this was original series.
Yeah, I pass.
Okay.
It was Charlie X.
Oh.
Those are the beings that rescued him after his ship crashed and gave him his special powers.
Okay. Yeah.
That's another rewatch.
Okay, number 1, you get the final clue.
All right.
Which is the Daily Double.
Okay.
And how much would you like to bet?
1,000 for the hell of it.
1,000. Okay.
The Metrons.
Metrons were in what is Arena?
You got
Very, very well done.
Yeah, I should have bet it all now.
Well, it was a great game from everyone. Once again, everybody in a positive score.
Yeah.
I like that trend, John.
Yeah, it's very
Hey,
nice.
Thanks,
And
guys.
Tokyo,
Really
very
enjoyed playing.
Thank you guys for an
we
awesome
appreciate
game.
you coming on.
Yeah, thank you. It looks like we have 2 more people waiting backstage. So if we just have 2 more, if you don't mind sticking around Tokyo, you can come back as our returning champion for the next round.
All right, sounds good. Cinnabon or not? Asian Kyle, is Asian Kyle back there?
No, he is not. I guess we'll go ahead and bring in. We have Jay and Mercer.
Oh, get going, guys, so you can play. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Mr. Prez.
Thanks,
Thank
President.
you, Mr. President. So Tokyo, you're sticking around?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hello, Mercer. Are you there, Jay?
Who's
Yes.
the I can't see
How are
the
y'all?
screen. Who's the second player? Jay?
That's Jay.
Jay?
Yes.
I don't know why my
And who's
picture is not coming up, but
And who's our third player? I'm sorry.
And then Mercer is the third player.
Mercer and his adorable cat.
Yep. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Good,
what's going
thanks.
on,
How are you?
Mercer?
I'm okay. I'm awake. I'm drunk.
Are we going to play with buzzers on this round?
I'd rather
What do you
not.
guys-
I have trouble with the buzzer.
I like the turn.
I'm good
You
either
like the
way.
turn?
I'm good
Yeah.
either way as long as I win.
We can do the turns if that's easier.
Okay.
I can keep
Pull
my
up the
thing
third
full screen
board.
too. Again, yay.
All right. So we can start anytime you're all ready.
I'm good.
Excellent.
Mercer, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Let's take a look at the categories. Mostly the same. First, we have TOS references in Voyager. More Trek quotables. Timeline of ships. Episodes with godlike beings. And we're going to finish off a little bit differently with Tuvok is mind melding with.
Oh, come
And
on.
Tokyo, as the returning champion, it's your board.
Let's go with Tuvok as mind melding with for 3.
For 3.
Ex post facto.
Oh, dang, of course. X post facto. That was fun while it
Shall we
lasted.
have-
Who's Kess?
Fortunately, no.
No, it's not Kess. All right.
Yeah, Jay, do you want to give it a shot?
I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
Okay. Mercer.
Who's Paris?
I'm a,
That's right.
Oh, that one. Nice, Mercer.
Yep.
Good
Hey,
work.
It was that one.
It was that one. Yeah. I was thinking of the wrong one. I was thinking of, was it
what
past?
was
It's probably on there
what
later.
was
so I better
that
replay it.
episode?
Tom Paris was falsely accused of murder, and he had that data going whenever he had to relive those memories of the murder.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that episode. I'm just bad with titles. Jeez.
Well,
Well,
Jay, it is your board.
Is it my go?
Yes.
It is.
Oh, okay. The can't even hardly see it. The first category for 200.
Okay. TOS references in Voyager for 2.
In the Emmy Award winning episode Threshold, the shuttle that traveled at Warp 10 was named for this historical figure first mentioned in TOS.
I think we have a little bit of friendly trolling in the chat.
Hmm,
What is Cochrane?
that is correct.
Very good, Jay. And Mercer, it's your turn.
I will take Trek quotables for 400.
Trek quotables for 4.
Genetic engineering has caused a lot of suffering.
Let me think for a second. I can't think of his name. Pass.
Tokyo.
It was Dr. Phlox.
I'm afraid not.
Or not.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's bad.
Okay. Jay.
Who is Archer?
You got it.
Yep.
Very good.
Good job.
Okay, Tokyo, you got some catching up to do.
I
To your
do.
board.
TOS and Voyager for 5.
5.
In Message in a Bottle, Paris and Kim are trying to download the ship's medical library, including the classic work of Leonard McCoy on this subject, into the EMH replacement program.
Oh.
As long as you get it kind of close, I'll give it to you.
I gotta remember the line. Pass. I gotta remember the line. I can't remember it right now.
Okay, Jay, do you want to give it a try?
Is it what is his name? Shoot, I can't think of the man's name. That they
We're looking for the name.
Into
Yeah, we're looking for the name of the
sub.
we're looking for the name of the subject, but feel free to pass if you don't think you know it.
What is human anatomy?
I'm sorry, no.
All right.
Okay, Mercer.
Oh, are you looking for? I'll just pass. I don't know if you're looking for a person or a subject or what. I'm gonna pass.
Okay, it's a pass, so I guess we'll go ahead and reveal the answer. That was comparative alien physiology.
Physiology. Yeah, now I remember the line. Right before he downloaded Grey's Anatomy for Perry. Or no, for Tom. Oh,
Yep.
got that backwards.
Right. Okay,
Let's
Jay.
go with 2-box mind meld with 400.
Or 4.
You got the daily double.
All right. Since you don't have 500 points, you can bet up to 500 points.
Let's go 200.
All right. 200 points.
Meld.
I should have went with 500. Who is Suitor?
That's right.
Very good.
Yeah, I guess that's why Simba wanted you to go all in.
Yeah.
Mercer, it's your board, sir.
I'll go Trek quotables for 500.
500.
The hands were moving faster than I could see, trying to stay ahead of each breakdown. He refused to give up. He was remarkable.
Do I name the episode or the person giving
You want
it?
to name the person who said it.
Oh, I know who it is, but I can't think of it. I don't
People
know.
are stubborn, Cinnabon.
Pass. I don't know his name. I know who it is. I know what he looks like. Don't know his name.
Tokyo.
In the same boat as Mercer. Pass. I know. I can see the guy's face. I can't see his name. Can't remember his
He
name.
wants a sinking boat. that boat that you're in with me is sinking.
I am the iceberg. Right now, I am.
Jay?
I'm like Mercer. I can see him in my head. Let's see. He was a great soap opera star on As the World Turns. Admiral. I'm gonna have to pass.
Okay, everybody pass. Let's reveal the response.
It's Admiral Heftel.
I'm glad I didn't guess.
Heftel.
At least
Yeah.
Heftel. Yep.
At least my cat is comfortable.
I knew it started with an A.
Okay, Tokyo.
I just
Chance to
couldn't
catch up.
think of it.
All right, yeah. Let's see if I can pull this one off. Ships for 5.
Chips for 5.
Okay, name that ship.
What is the Jaeger class?
Nicely done. Now that'll help you out.
What
And
in the
boom,
world
you're
kind
right
of
back
ship
in
is
the game.
that?
It looks stupid.
One of the original Voyager prototypes.
It looks like something
And-
the Borgified.
Yeah, it just looks
Jay,
terrible.
it's your board, sir.
All right, my turn. Tuvok for 500.
Tuvok for 5.
Gravity.
Of course.
A Resolutor says that last ship looks like something they made while drinking Jaeger. Could be true.
Like a fourth grader would have made.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point.
I agree. It's pretty ugly. It's a really ugly kit bash, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
If this is the episode that I'm thinking, she's got a weird name. I'm gonna have to pass y'all. Sorry.
Okay, Mercer.
Pass.
And Tokyo, you could take the lead with this.
yeah, I'm not going to risk it. Pass.
All right,
Okay.
let's reveal the answer.
That was Nos.
I'm glad I did guess.
Nah.
Mercer, it's your board, sir.
Can I take Star Wars
Wasn't
Rogue
that
One?
petty woman?
Can I take Star Wars Rogue One for 200?
I'm afraid not. We don't have that category.
I'll take quotables for 300 then. Darn.
Quotables for 3.
Savor the fruit of life, my young friends. It has a sweet taste when it is fresh from the vine, but don't live too long. The taste turns bitter after a time.
Who is Core?
The Dahar Master himself.
Why did you put a Rogue One category in this game for me?
I'm not sure how big of how popular that would be.
And
come on,
Mercer,
Rogue One's
you've taken the
awesome.
lead.
Nice
And
job.
Tokyo, your
Ships
board.
for 4. Ships for 4, please.
Ships for 4.
Okay, what type of ship is this?
What is the Tholian web spinner?
Very good.
And now you've taken the lead. We got a tight game here. Jay, your board.
TOS Voyager for 400.
4.
In this episode, Admiral Hendricks remarks that Janeway has made first contact with more species than any captain since Kirk.
Looking for the episode. Okay.
Yep.
What is Friendship 1?
Nicely done.
Very, very good. And now you've taken the lead. It's a back and forth game. Mercer, your turn, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. I'm not that important. I'll take Trek quotables.
It's in my nature.
I work for a living, huh?
I'll take 200 for Trek quotables.
200 for truck quotables.
On Earth, there is no poverty, no crime, no war. You look out the window of Starfleet headquarters and you see paradise. Well, it's easy to be a saint in paradise.
Who is Commander Cisco?
That's right.
Very good, Mercer.
Oh, and welcome, Thomas. Glad you could join
Welcome,
us.
Thomas.
Now let me ask you a Jeopardy question here. If somebody answered that and said Captain Cisco, would you mark them wrong?
I think I would have given that to him.
I would have
Okay.
given it to him as well.
Yeah, I'm just
Cisco
asking.
was the important part there, I think.
Yeah. I was just asking, just kind of thought it was a good question.
On Resolute Germass, will this be Trek every week? It'll be mostly Star Trek, although maybe every once in a while I'll throw in a category from a different topic.
Like Rogue One.
Somebody's
Possibly.
on to Rogue One. Have you watched it recently?
No, I just was thinking about it today, and I was thinking about that awesome space battle. So yeah, it's a good movie.
Oh yeah, I like the space battle at the end of that film.
What is
Yeah, it's really good. So space,
What is
best
Rogue
space battle
One?
in Disney.
That movie's one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's got a great space battle for Star Wars. Like it's not my favorite, but for Disney, it's definitely my favorite space battle.
The Vader scene steals the show. The final Vader scene. Well, not the final.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? Talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know what you mean.
We need a Rogue
And the
One
show.
category. It just because so people can watch it.
Let's go with ships for 3.
Ships for 3.
What class is this ship?
What is the Klingon Vorchak class battlecruiser?
Kavla.
Very good, Tokyo. And you're back in the lead. Back and forth as we go.
You gotta pronounce it the way Worf pronounces it, though.
It is a Vorchak class battlecruiser.
May I ask,
Okay.
what is where does this Rogue One come in with Star Wars?
10 minutes before the opening scene of the original Star Wars movie. Literally.
Yeah, just watch
The end of it does.
Yeah.
And then watch A New Hope.
Basically, it's the movie about the opening crawl for episode 4.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
description.
there was a movie called Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was the first Star Wars side story movie.
Oh, I hadn't seen that. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's really. If you haven't seen it, it's
Oh,
I-
okay.
the best thing that Disney's done.
Yeah.
I think it's my
Right.
favorite Disney Star Wars film.
Yeah. If you're looking for a good movie to watch tonight, bro, you find it's a good choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rogue One. or Star
Godlike
Wars.
Beings for 100.
Godlike Beans for 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called Rogue One: A Star Wars Story.
Gary Mitchell.
Gary Mitchell. Uh-huh.
And Resolute says, save yourself the trouble. Don't watch it. Talking about Road One.
No, I'd give it a shot.
Oh,
You might like.
Oh, it's that bad. Okay.
You know, look good.
I liked it myself.
There's Wade Eden.
Where's Peloja?
Thank you, Thomas. I was missing that.
Yep.
What is I almost had it.
Yeah, that one.
Where no man has gone before?
That's correct.
Good job, man.
Very, very
Nice.
good.
Good job on the memory there.
Only 400 points separates our 3 contestants. And Mercer, it's your turn. You can take the lead.
I'll take episodes of Godlike Beings for 500.
500, going for the big bucks.
Kukulkan.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
I'm going to pass. It's probably some animated. It's probably animated.
It is animated. And I saw it just a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember the name of the episode. Pass.
I don't watch animated Trek.
Jay?
It was the first episode I showed my son.
I may get this mixed up. How sharp is a serpent's tooth?
I'll give you that one. You got the right episode. How sharper than a serpent's tooth.
Okay.
That's the name.
Good job.
And with that, you are in the lead.
See, John, I like the way you judge fairly on most of the close calls.
Thank you.
If they don't get what you're actually looking for, like a specific name, you don't give it to them. But if they get the specific name but just a little off, you give it to them. It's fair.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Tokyo, it's your board. You can take the lead again.
And this board looks fantastic. It looks just like a Jeopardy board, like more than the other ones did.
It is. Really
That
nice.
was my goal. That was my #1 goal, to make it look authentic.
We have the professor to thank for that. You did a great
It
job.
looks great, and it works great too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
You just need the sound
Thank you,
effects, the womp womp and the.
Well, yeah, there could be a couple of extra sound effects we could put in. We have the Daily Double, and we have the do thing at the start.
I didn't hear it. So.
It's probably best to leave it off just in case you get a copyright strike.
Yeah, I didn't hear them, but that's
Bots
okay.
would come in and do it. Let's go with ships for 2.
Ships for 2.
What class is this starship?
What is the Nebula class?
Very good.
Dude, I still think one of the best scenes in all of Star Trek is when Picard and Maxwell were just having a chat in the ready room. Just fantastic.
Thank you, Aravic. I appreciate that. Jay, it is your turn. You can take the lead now.
$400
$100
for
question.
godlike being.
For how much? I'm sorry.
400.
Godlike beings for how much? 400.
The Edo God.
400. Oh, crap.
I think Jay has a little delay.
Yes. Because I'm using my phone instead of a computer. I don't have a computer.
Oh, okay.
I know the Edo God. It's just trying to think of the episode. First season TNG.
Yep. Watch out for the flowers.
Yeah. The stupid Wesley episode.
I'm with Starfleet. We don't lie.
And though he lied at the academy.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
I'm sorry, I have to pass. I can't think of it.
That's all right.
Mercer, you can steal.
What is justice?
That's the one.
Very good.
Yeah, we were just joking about that on Salty Stream last week.
You know, when I was a kid, I liked that episode a lot
Yep.
because when Picard says, "One is justice," like a rule book, I thought that was really profound. I'll take godlike beings for 300.
For 3.
Q Jr. when he was an adolescent.
I will say, what is Q2?
That's correct.
Very good. And you have
one.
taken the lead. 300 points separates our 3 contestants. And Tokyo, can you take the lead now?
Let's try. TOS and Voyager for 3.
Each app prepares an early Starfleet history presentation about Captain Kirk's 5-year mission. In this episode,
Oh, man. Nope, because I remember the scene. What is Q2?
you got it.
Yeah.
Very
There you go.
good.
Because
Just
Q
got
Jr.
there
was like,
talking about it.
Kirk, how boring.
Yep.
Well, Shane, what happened
Okay,
to Kev?
Yeah, it is.
It is. No, that didn't
Jay,
happen.
it's
I
your-
don't think that episode.
Well,
True, I don't agree. I agree. it didn't
before
happen.
I lose the chance to go ahead, Mercer.
Is it my turn?
No, it's
What was
your
you gonna
turn,
say?
Jay.
Jay, I think it's your turn.
Okay. Before I get a chance to forget to say this, I want to thank John and the professor for bringing back Jeopardy because Jeopnerdy because I love this game.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, we
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Echoing
Well,
that
we're
sentiment.
really
And
excited to bring it back. And we're glad you're excited as well. So thank you
Yes.
for coming on. We
Yeah, glad you
appreciate
joined
you.
us.
Saltiness is a
I had it set the timer for when it came on, and it said I think Thursday, and it never came on. I said, "Oh no, I hope he hasn't changed his mind." Let's see what category. Godlike beings for 200.
Mrs. Q.
It's like Miss Pac-Man.
What is the Q and the gray?
That's the one.
Very good. Only 400 points separate our contestants. Mercer, it is your turn, sir.
I'll take truck quotables for 100.
Trackables for 100.
We're on 1,000 planets and spreading out. We cross fantastic distances and everything's alive.
I'm going to take a guess because I don't know it. So I'm going to guess who is Boothby or species 570, whatever the heck it is, Boothby possessed by or as taken the form of one of those guys.
I'm afraid not.
Okay. I didn't know. I was just guessing. You know what I meant, though. 5, whatever.
If it's not coming to me, I'm going to pass.
Guess I should have made this
Jay.
one harder.
Jay,
Should have been the $500 question.
I think so, yeah.
Who is Captain Kirk?
You got it.
From which episode?
He was talking to Zephram Cochrane in Metamorphosis.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one in a while.
And that's why it's a $100 question.
Yeah, I was thinking it was you know how like they had an episode of Voyager where species 7852 or whatever they're called, they reproduced Starfleet Academy and Boothby was like a major character.
Right.
That's what I thought it was.
Species 8472.
Yes, I couldn't.
There's a lot of people hate the Undine.
Yeah, I don't even watch Voyager, so I couldn't think of the name.
All right.
okay,
Let's
Tokyo
All right, let's polish off TOS and Voyager.
for 100.
In flashback, Tuvok recalls the time the Excelsior was involved in a standoff with this TOS character.
Who is Kang?
That's right. Good work.
Good one.
Okay, Jay. You can tie.
They should have made a Captain Sulu series.
And as a fun piece of trivia, that was actually a pseudo pilot for that series.
You know what I really hated about that episode, real quick, is that they got the timeline completely wrong, because in the movie Star Trek VI, they actually didn't start the mission until 3 months after the Praxis explosion, or like something like that. But the episode made it seem like the actual peace talks was happening right away.
They also messed up the star dates in that movie, though, too. If I recall correctly, they used the same or close enough star dates between the original Sulu log and the final Kirk log.
Yeah, I know, but I remember Spock saying 3 months ago or 9 months ago during his presentation.
And Valentine was alive at the end of Star Trek VI, so flashback is not canon.
Or what I explain is the fact that Tuvok's memories are corrupted by this virus thing that was in his head.
Yeah, that's kind of what I dismissed that as too. But I also, wasn't canon. Might have happened, but.
And where was Tuvok in number 6?
It was just off camera.
Then they never showed that side of the bridge. Conveniently. Just like they don't mention the name Borg or Ferengi in any
All right,
place.
let's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jay, it's your board,
Let's
sir.
go
You
with
can
the
tie.
Tuvok for 200.
Tuvok for 2.
Flashback.
Never mind. Me and my big mouth.
I don't think he mind melded with Valentine. I know he mind melded with Captain Janeway. So what is Janeway?
That's correct.
Very good. And we have a tie game. Mercer, it's your board.
I'll go with John's Timlin of Ships. I don't know what that says, but whatever.
Timeline.
Timeline.
Okay.
What class is that?
I'm gonna look at it closely. That's right. What is a Galaxy class?
Yes, that is correct.
Thanks.
Very good, Mercer.
I don't know why Salty hates this ship, but I love that ship.
Oh, I love
Because it's got a big
Galaxy
front end,
class.
and when you film it from the back, it looks ugly. That's why
actually, I think it looks better from the back, but
let's just say why he hates it. He just thinks it looks it doesn't look it looks out of proportion to him.
I know he says that. I think he doesn't like it because it's not the Constitution class.
Dude, it's Salty. I love all right, you guys know I love Salty, but he hates everything. You know what I mean? I love Salty. I love the guy. But Seth puts in one line about religion, and Salty says, "I hate the episode."
To be fair, I don't think he said that.
Aw,
I know, but he came really close.
we all love Salty.
I love him too, but man, like relax.
Okay, we've got a tie game between Tokyo and Jay. We have one category left. Tokyo, it is your board.
All right.
You can win this
Yeah,
right
let's go
now.
for the win.
Let's do it. Mind meld for one.
The gift.
Who's Cass?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nicely done.
Hey, we didn't wake up
Nice.
my cat.
Good work, Tokyo.
Good game, everybody.
Yes, it was a nice
Very
game.
good
Everybody had
game.
excellent scores.
Ugh.
Very
We
good.
didn't
Back
wake
and
up-
forth
Yeah.
action there. That was fantastic. What a way to start the new Jeopnerdy game.
Those are good questions too.
Well, thank you.
Excellent.
Really good.
Excellent.
Nice.
And
and
John,
nice
John,
little
you
play.
did great with the questions.
Thank you. You did a great job designing the board.
Nice
Thank
little
you.
play on that category timeline.
Will there be another game next week?
Yes, we should be doing this weekly on Saturdays from now on, same time.
What is timeline? Why do you call it timeline of ship?
Okay.
Star Trek timelines.
Yeah, it's from those pictures are from the game Star Trek Timelines.
Oh, okay. I don't play it.
Oh.
I see the
And
professor.
I've never played that game, so I'm in big trouble.
Hell, I just thought I'd come back if there was a discussion at the end to join them.
Yeah. I'm just saying that he hated the fact that one line about religion was thrown in at the end of the new episode, and he's like, "Oh, this episode is now not as good as I think it should be."
No, to his defense,
Well,
he would say that he liked the episode and gave it positive reviews overall. He's got a problem with the line only. It doesn't ruin the episode so much for him, but it ruins. It takes him out of
Yeah.
it when that line comes up. Is what he's saying. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not raging against the episode because of that one line. He's just saying it's off-putting, and that's all he's saying.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think that he hates anything religious in Star Trek because he does that church podcast every Sunday.
No, Luther was saying that he means the opposite, but I agree with Tokyo. I don't think he hates the episode. He's just critical of the reference. That's all.
I was being a little hyperbolic about it, but yeah, it's just like he's just spent so much time not talking about the episode or the character or the effect.
I admit he got a little bit carried away, but we all rant sometimes, don't we? We all get hit up about things and have our rants. I know I do.
What I'm curious is why does that episode, the special effects look so good? Why can't Star Wars have special effects approaching that on their show? Because there are so many subtle things that look so good in that episode, special effects wise. It was amazing.
Because Disney has now been hiring people who don't necessarily have the skills, but do check mark items on a list.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it exactly what I think, but it's obvious what we're seeing on screen is that's exactly what's going on.
Even when the shuttle landed, you could see the tree branch move and the people getting out in the same shot as it landing. That the little stuff is amazing to me.
Disney's quality's gone downhill. So
Yeah, that scene where Vader pulls the ship down looks
Well, I
so
know
good.
that Paramount.
after Go ahead,
Go
Jay.
ahead, Jay.
I
What
know
was that,
that
Jay?
Paramount has given Star Trek episodes a huge budget per episode, so that may
Yeah.
be different from the quality of the Star Wars.
No, but I'm talking about the Orville, which is totally different than even Paramount. You know, you look at that Orville episode,
Oh.
and there's mighty awesome effects in that episode.
Yeah, I love glass fixing.
Yeah, because they got like 15, wasn't it $15 million an episode for Orville on this new season because they did a deal with Hulu.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
There's so many good shots. Even the subtle stuff is what I like the most. You know, the stuff that they just put in details. You know,
Right.
just like the way the leaves
And
move.
it's strange with Hulu being owned by Disney.
Yeah.
You would think Disney would give the same amount of money to the Star Wars
It's
shows.
not fully owned. It's not fully owned by Disney, but majority is owned by Disney.
Yeah, the majority.
Yeah. Like even that plane scene looked like
I'm hoping that they
like it looked a little stylized, but it looked awesome to watch the plane crash.
The crash scene was amazing. The crash scene was definitely
was.
amazing. The scene of it in the storm was kind of cheap looking, to be honest.
But it was a little stylized to show the danger, you know. So I kind of like that. But yeah, the crash was great.
Yeah, it was ripped right from Star Trek Voyager. I loved
You
it.
mean the crash in the mountains? Are we talking about the overall episode?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that episode. I couldn't talk about it on Salty's stream because New Zealand was one day behind, and it was really annoying. You know, when I was talking to you, John, and you, Professor, on the chat, and I said that I was going to watch it later that night. Unfortunately, after you guys watched it, but unfortunately, I had to wait till the next day. Ironically, Star Trek is out for me before the Orville is.
That's weird.
Because in America, you guys get the Orville first.
Mm. Yeah, by a few hours.
Yeah. But anyway.
Well, being in New Zealand, I'm sure, because it's a different country, different agreements between the different productions. You get Star Trek first.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, my computer's waking
you're
up.
okay.
That's not a good sign.
Uh-oh.
It was cool to watch an episode where you're like, "What is this? What is?"
I don't like
here?
that new ensign in Orville.
Yeah,
I do.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Well, she's the one that's gonna have an arc.
Yeah.
She's gonna like.
I'll let you say why you don't like her, but then I'll say why I do like her. How's that for fair?
Cinnamon says the plane should have broken
I don't like her for. I don't like her because of her attitude toward Isaac. Everybody on the ship has forgiven him, except apparently Gordon. That was a surprise. But I do like the. Go ahead.
I don't know if Gordon was just trying to draw more information out of her by saying that, or if he was being genuine about it.
I thought so first, but I watched Identity today, and at the end of Identity, he was not really in favor of turning him back on. I just don't think his opinion is as strong as hers because he didn't have any. She had somebody, her best friend, die, but Gordon was a little bit against turning him back on at the time, and I didn't.
Oh, you finish, Jay, and then I'll give
Sorry
my
about that.
opinion. That's okay.
No, I was just saying that I don't have anything against her. I think she's going to be a good character. I just think that they put her on there to have somebody resent what Isaac did is the only reason why they put her on there. But I would like her to tone it down. I think there's going to be an episode where he saves her and she goes back to downing it down.
Keep in mind the scene.
I hope not, personally, because I actually 100% agree with her. I can't forgive Isaac for what he's done, and I wish that Identity Part 1 and 2 was written differently. That he knew what they were going to do, and then he warned the crew, but he didn't. He absolutely betrayed the crew. I do think Ensign Burke lacks military discipline because no matter what your feelings are, you shouldn't have an outburst on the bridge like that. But in terms of the way she feels, I completely relate to it. And I think it makes her more human and more relatable. to have someone
I-
in the crew that
I
does
agree
know.
with that.
True.
And
I agree with you, Mr. President.
And also, when she had her outburst,
She
in the last
reminds me of what Odo did.
it was a vision.
What did
It was
I
a
do?
vision. It wasn't the real her. But it's something she would have said. But you know, I think that Isaac couldn't betray his own people until the right time came. I think he had to wait until the right moment before he could turn against them.
Maybe. Yeah, I still can't forgive him for what he's done. But it's an interesting story, which is what matters.
I think Mark Jackson is so underrated. Even the way he uses his hands as an acting tool when he's talking is amazing. The guy that plays Isaac.
I'm not familiar with all the actors, but is that Isaac's actor?
Yeah, that's Isaac. The way he acts without any face. You know, he just uses his hands and his voice. He's just amazing.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. The acting is top notch. And I would say the acting is very good for all the characters on the
What
I would agree
Isaac
with
did when he betrayed the Kalons to help the humans is kind of what Odo did with the changelings.
Yeah.
When he found his people, he
I
stepped
have to
aside.
disagree with you there. Oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
I'll let you go.
He has to disagree. Yes.
Yeah. Because Odo never tried to betray them to start with, whereas Isaac did. So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, he was going to stay with them, but then what he found
that's
out
right.
about who they
That's
were,
right. He was seduced by the female changeling. You were right. Sorry, I forgot that.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
He was going to stay there, and Kira was going to leave. And when he found out that that room and found the changeling was the head of the Dominion, he did the right thing by friending the Federation, his friends. It's exactly what Isaac did.
I think Isaac went along more with the K1 people more. Remember, his undercover mission from the start of his Orville assignment was to gather intelligence on them and betray them. Not that the crew knew that at the time. Professor...
But I don't think that he knew what the Kalon was going to do.
I think he did. I think he did. Professor, were you going to say something earlier? You looked like you had something to say, and we might have...
You're probably seeing my wheels turn in my head. I was trying to figure out what Arabic was talking about.
Okay, as long as we didn't cut you off or anything.
Oh no, you didn't. But thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate that.
It's all right. And Tokyo, I just want to say, whatever you're doing with your microphone now, it's perfect. Sometimes I see you on live streams and your microphone's a little bit garbled up, but today there's no background noise on the audio signal or anything. So whatever you're doing today, keep it up, because
a couple of weeks ago I bought a new USB microphone.
It's a big
improvement. Oh, sweet.
It's nice. A little overpowering. I went back and watched my performance on my microphone performance, I should say, on Salty's live stream last one, and it was just overpowering. So I might have to try to adjust the volume or something on it. I'm not sure, but
it's working well now. Yeah, and I have to say, I love your avatar with your your character giving the Vulcan salute. It just looks so cool.
Thanks.
I got on the screen for me. I think she's awesome on the screen.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Mercer, your cat's in the middle of a dream. Started swiping the camera a couple times.
Yeah, she's got an active imagination.
Yeah, your cat's so cute, Mercer. I want to reach out and touch your cat every time. I used to have a cat growing up, and I really miss cats. It's a little bit someone living alone taking care of a cat now, but
Thank,
I'll
thank
always be
she's
cat
really
lover.
good company, especially for me with my anxiety.
Cinnabon, you should come up.
Yeah, you should join us. But he's asking, what do you guys think of next week's preview for Strange New Worlds? It looks like the worst yet.
Oh my god!
I watched the preview. I thought it looked pretty bad too.
By the way, the
I haven't
plays
seen
the
the
doctor.
preview. Can someone describe it for me, please?
The guy that plays the doctor is in Dune, and he was really good in Dune. But in this episode, basically, what the trailer shows, Mr. President, is they call him to the bridge. He's a doctor, and they need his help on the bridge. So he goes up the turbo lift and gets to the bridge. And when the bridge doors open, everybody is like in different costumes, like they're like in some kind of Shakespearean play, and he's the king.
Oh,
It's a really stupid.
that's weird.
I mean,
It sounds like they're setting up
And
a
it looks like it
Trelane.
may be a musical as well.
Yeah, I don't know,
Could
but the
be.
point is, there she goes again.
If it's a musical, I won't even sit through the whole thing. It's sci-fi is not what.
But like, he's a good actor. That dude is awesome in Dune, but man, this episode looks like it's just awful.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm not.
We have
looking
never
forward
had a
to it.
musical on Star Trek yet,
Oh, by the way,
but it looks like we
when I
may
sit
get
down
one
for
soon.
Sci-fi, I don't want to see a musical.
the next episode of Orville, they had a
Oh.
trailer for, and it looks like they go to the Krill homeworld. That's all I know. That's all they showed is the Krill people and their planet, and it looks awesome.
That was.
Well, I know which of the two I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Well, as a fan of Strange New Worlds, I am nervous about the next episode. I'm very nervous about it. But I'm also predicting in my own headcanon they're probably going to find a way to shoehorn in Trelane or Q or something stupid like that to explain it all. Which I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Doesn't the
I don't
Krill
like
look
either
like
one,
the Jeopnerdy to y'all?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Similar, yeah.
I think the Jeopnerdy look actually really awesome, and the Krill look great. But I always love the Jeopnerdy look, like rhinoceroses or something. Like Rocks and Shoals is my favorite, probably my favorite Deep Space Nine episode, where they meet up with Ramada Khan and he's, the Jeopnerdy all dying. It's a great episode.
I will do the
Yeah.
killing. Yeah, I replayed that scene 1,000 times. That was a good
Ramada
episode.
Khan is one of
Wasn't
the
the
best.
guy from the Mod Squad a Jeopnerdy?
Sorry, I apologize. It's just me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Certainly.
Hello, kitty cat. I think I woke up, kitty cat.
Poor cat.
Yeah, I know.
The black guy from the Mod Squad, he was a Jeopnerdy, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know. I don't know his name, but he was Clarence Williams, I think.
The Mod Squad,
Yeah.
what's that?
You know what
An
I like
old
about the
70s show.
is that they get a lot of character actors that were in Star Trek to be on the Orville, so it feels like it's just continuing. Like John Fleck played a Krill, and he played Silic in Enterprise, and he played the Romulan in Deep Space Nine, and now he plays a Krill, which is great. I love that. John
I was
Fleck.
hoping William Shatner
Well, there's a
was
lot
gonna
of
be on
people
that
from.
plane.
Is he the pro?
There's a gremlin on the wing.
Yeah.
That would have been so good if Shatner was in
Oh,
that
shit.
scene.
I heard a rumor that Bruce Boxleitner from Babylon 5 was going to do P, but I haven't seen him yet.
There's a
Who
Krill
from
Mo.
Babylon 5? I'm sorry.
Bruce Boxleitner played.
Oh, he's on the show. I think he's going to be on next week.
Okay.
I think next week is
I'd
when he's.
love-
I'm not sure.
I'd love to see him again. I really like him. Bruce
I
Boxleitner.
loved when Kelly punched that flight attendant. Oh my god!
Yes.
Great.
That was great.
Or when Bortus is at the table with those girls, and then Gordon whispers something to him, and then Gordon looks at the girls, looks at the main bully, and he's like, "You've got a 5 head."
You've got a 5 head. And she looks all offended too, like with the crap.
I had to look that phrase up. I was unfamiliar with it.
I don't know what that phrase
I
is
don't even
either.
know what that means.
I'm glad I'm
Instead of
not
a
the only
forehead,
one.
it's a 5 head.
Yeah,
Meaning the forehead is big enough to fit all 5 fingers on there, and then you got a 5 head instead of a forehead.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you got a wide head.
Oh, I see.
Ah,
I didn't even get that reference.
I didn't either. I had to look it up.
no.
I thought it was just a mistake of the colloquialism for the time
The only
period.
thing that
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
The only thing that confused me in that episode was that I thought when their eyes glazed over that they were scanning them for memories and environments, but the environments were already there before they were scanned.
Yeah.
So maybe the when their eyes glazed over was just the advanced civilization pulling out
Trying to
the
see what it's
emotion
like to
of
die.
what it felt like to die, but not scanning them for the environment or
I
whatever.
loved Randall. I loved when Randall comes out and he just starts running around the football field.
That was just bonkers.
I did not.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I did not see that coming at all.
And we're looking
I
for
don't think
Randall.
any of
We
us
found
did.
him. Oh, shit.
That was so funny.
Well, you know that a lot of the Star Trek people that work behind the scenes, the crew, like Brandon Brogger and some others, are helping make Orville. That's the
Yeah.
reason why Orville is so like Star Trek. It's so good.
Yeah.
Sophie reckons it's
Bragg is a
not going to be a full season, but what do you guys think? Do you think it's still got a chance?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Sophie's of the opinion that there's not going to be a full season, but what do you guys think? Do you reckon
It depends on how
there's
it
still
goes.
got a chance?
There's no way to know. It depends on a lot of factors. I mean, I think it would make sense for them to make a 4th season because they have a solid fan base that rewatches these episodes. That, like most streaming shows, people don't rewatch them, and they've got standing sets. So if they needed to cut the budget, the sets could say, "Okay, let's write a good bottle episode here and there," and they've already got people. It's just, I think it would be smarter for them to keep it going than to not. However, we have to wait until after the season's over before we know. But I really think it would be smarter for them to keep it than to just, let's destroy all these standing sets and start a new show. That would be more expensive for them to do than to keep it. Especially because, like I said,
watch all the Orville shows all the time.
Yeah, me too. I rewatched them.
Great
Like,
series.
Season 2, episode 1 is a bottle episode, meaning there's no threats, no special effects, just the ship is flying.
Right.
That's all it does. And you can write whole episodes with that if you need to save money.
Cinnabon says that he has read somewhere they struck the sets already.
Oh,
They did last time too.
I hope that's wrong.
Well, they did it when they left Fox too. The point is they have standing sets to film most of the shows on. They can just rebuild them. They were striking sets at the end of every Star Trek movie and then rebuilding them. You know, they had the blueprints. They can do it. It's not that big of a deal.
That's silly. They should have at least waited till the season ended to see what the response was before striking them. But yeah, let's hope they can be rebuilt.
I wish they would say that these, like Star Trek. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say it is a niche show, so who knows? Sorry.
I wish
Go ahead, Jay.
they would just come out and say that all these Star Trek shows are a reboot, because we know we're not stupid. It is a reboot because Strange New Worlds set does not look like TOS.
Yeah. Nor the events. Do the events don't line up?
Yeah, I think we all agree on that one.
I found something, guys. A little bit of, I don't know if Cinemaholic is going to be a source for anything, but this is not good. As far as the show's fourth installment is concerned, here's all we know regarding the same. Although nothing has been made official by the network or the producers of the show, it seems that the comedy drama has run its course after its third round. In August 2021, the series creator and one of the protagonists, Seth MacFarlane, along with other cast members, were released from their respective contracts.
That means
Since
nothing.
then, most of them have moved on to other projects. In fact, MacFarlane is involved in a series,
Yeah,
Ted, which is
Ted.
based on Ted.
Yeah, but being
He's
released
bringing
from
that to
contract
TV.
doesn't mean anything because
No.
everybody works on multiple things at once. And Seth even said as late as like December that he wants to go back and do the show again. So that I've read that article, and you know, every guy that signs up for a movie, let's say Tom Cruise signs up for a movie, he's got 2 or 3 movies he's signed up for once. You know, he films one for 3 months, takes a break, films another one for 3 months. They
But
always
is
have
it,
multiple
is
stuff
it
going
different for television than it is for movies? In
on.
terms
But
of things?
the point is that
I'm not
they
sure.
could renew it any time. You know, it's the point is we don't know. You know, there's no way for us to know.
And it could be normal too, considering that the season's only going to be 10 episodes, so they just have a contract for one season and then
Yeah.
have to renew each and every season because
We
it's
just
not
don't know.
steady work.
Yeah, we
It's
just
only
don't
10
know.
episodes.
Well,
I did read Seth's tweet. That he
I
said
don't
he
know
wants
if
to go
this
back.
is official or not. I don't know if this is official or not, but the reason why the lady that plays Kelly, who said before the third season came out that they had just wrapped up the third season and it would be the last season, is because she signed a contract with ABC to start on a new series for this fall.
Yeah. But again, you could do more than one thing at once. They do it with movies. I just don't know. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm saying I don't know. And to me, it makes no sense for them to cancel the show. If you know, especially when you have this whole rewatchable thing. Most streaming shows, people watch it once and then they binge it or whatever, and then they don't watch it again. This show is got a fan base that most shows don't have.
I guess it depends
Yeah.
on how much money it brings Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
originally,
mean, it's the best Star Trek since Voyager, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the mistake was I think they spent a little too much money. I mean, some of the effects look great, but I think one of the appeals of the show was that it looked like it was filmed in the '90s, and I almost kind of wish that they kept the budget in check a little bit more. And you know, to me, that's the main thing is the characters, not the huge special effects.
Well, you know when the scenes that they shoot on the ship itself look like second generation Trek. You know,
Yeah,
they're bright.
I agree.
And
Yeah. They look like
they're shot the
TNT.
same. You know, you don't have the camera
Yeah, they have this
wandering
2
around the
camera
set
setup.
all over the place. And
That's what I like about it. That's why it's been done since the first season, and that's what I really like about it. And they capture that feel that I like so much because of the minimal camera work. And I really like. I also really like the fact that you can balance dramatic scenes with comic scenes in a brilliant way.
I might have to. Oh, sorry, you go, Mister. And then
No, I was done, but I was just going to use this example of like, remember when John was going to be the leader of the science team, and he's like afraid to go in there and boss them around. So Gordon says, "Try gumdrops." Because in camp, I used to use gumdrops. So he has that. There's a scene that has nothing to do with anything where he starts giving out gumdrops to the science team.
the engineering team, yeah.
Everybody loves gumdrops.
It's funny. I was gonna say I might have to start my own Instant Book fan club if no one else likes it, because I like it. But I can understand her perspective.
She's cute.
Oh, not just because she's cute. I can understand where she's coming
Yeah.
from as well.
But she's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, she is cute.
Oh, by the way, she's cute.
John,
Well,
you
you
were gonna
never
say
know. We
something
may get
earlier.
an Orville movie for theaters.
That would be cool.
That would be nice. But I was to say in the chat, Resolute Germ says there's a major conflict with Disney owning Hulu and Star Wars. They will be directly competing for resources, and even now Orville isn't winning that.
Oh, that's annoying. That's
Well,
annoying.
Hulu's a
Right,
separate
so
company. Disney
we
might
need
own
to raise
majority.
money and buy out the Orville ourselves.
Well, there was some talk that maybe it would go to NBC.
Okay, that would be good.
So who knows?
I really think it's up to
I don't
Seth.
think NBC would give them that kind of budget.
NBC
You're probably right on that.
NBC was good with sci-fi, so like NBC did Sequest, and that was good.
Well, if they put it on Peacock, then they'll give them the budget for it. If they sell the IP.
Because
Yeah.
look at Sequest DSV. The first season was great, but then the second and third they reduced the budget, just like NBC did with Star Trek. Every year they reduced the budget to where they couldn't make hardly anything. And I just don't think that NBC is a good network for sci-fi.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I do think
I do think that
Now they could
Sequest
go to the
three
sci-fi channel.
was
Hang on.
oh, don't move it to sci-fi. No.
I'm saying
I
is
agree
that
with
if they
that.
reduce the budget of the Orville, I
Sorry.
think Seth knows how to
Sorry.
use the
So
budget
what were you going to say?
because I saw an interview with Seth a couple of years before you created the Orville. He was talking about the Drumhead, which is TNG episode from I forget what season. And he's talking about like how you could do a great episode on no money with no money at all.
Yeah.
So he appreciates you can write a great episode without breaking the budget every time.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you were talking about
Yeah.
Sequest, and I was going to mention that I enjoyed season 3 quite a lot.
I did too.
We recently rewatched it on Life with Matthew's channel, and I was surprised. My memories of season 3 were not that good, but rewatching it, it was much better than I remembered.
It
Yeah, I thought so,
became,
too.
if I remember right, it became like Star
don't
Trek
get me
Under
wrong.
the Sea.
I love
actually like
all
that
three
concept.
seasons of Sequest.
Season 2, I thought was the weakest. It was still good, but season 3 was much better than I remembered.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I'm gonna try and watch it on Peacock
But they
with the
reduced their
VPN.
budget.
I really hope it works for me.
Just because you reduce the budget doesn't mean it's no good.
That's true.
By the way,
Oh no! It was great. Season 3 was better than any of them.
This was mentioned that since we brought up Peacock, I looked on Peacock recently, and it says that in a couple of weeks, apparently, Sequest is moving to the premium version of Peacock.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have the paid version to be able to watch it.
Crap.
So I guess if you want to watch it, now's the time to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, John.
No problem.
There's a free streaming version of Peacock. Like, I don't have to register for anything if I was to use a VPN, or would I have to go through like a cable company?
No, it's free. There are ads that they put on, but it is free to watch. You do have to sign up for an account.
But you seen an email.
But it's free to watch. I'm sorry, John?
So yeah, you just need an email to sign up, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
That might be doable. I might have to try that with my VPN. See if they don't auto block me because of the VPN.
I don't know if you need a
Blocking
VPN.
is so annoying.
You might. You might.
I'll try it right now without one. Hold on, Peacock.
I wish Peacock would put Yellowstone free instead of their premium channel because I haven't been able to see Yellowstone since the second season.
Need a VPN. Internationally, UK and Ireland, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Italy have international rights. Japan does not.
What? New Zealand wasn't on that list. I would you?
New Zealand's not on the list. You'd have to use a VPN.
I'll try, but some of them detect VPNs. But I'll try.
It also depends on the VPN that you have.
Yeah.
It might be detected.
I honestly wish I can understand why people don't want illegal torrenting, but I honestly wish that you could go through a proper channel and pay the proper people for a torrent file, because if you're willing to pay for it, you should be able to download it and watch it anyway. But that's just a whole other discussion.
Yeah, and I want to support these shows. I really do. But they're not available here. I have to seek alternative methods.
Yep, New Zealand has that problem all the time.
Yep.
We're always second class to the US, unfortunately. But I'll stop moaning now. Apologies if I'm bringing the mood down.
No, you're fine,
Oh,
Mr.
not at
President.
all.
That's good.
No, and I actually hope that somebody is
No.
shadow watching this that's actually important and realizes, hey, we got to expand a little bit more because we've got all this untapped revenue.
Yeah.
Don't let the criminals get it.
Well, you know the reason why Sequest DSV season 3 was the last one. It's because they were in competition with ABC's Lois and Clark show
Oh,
that was drawing their audience away.
I always wondered why it was canceled because I loved it. I was devastated when it was canceled, and I really want to rewatch it again because I haven't seen it in a long time. But
Germ put something in the chat. He said Proton VPN has gotten around several blocks in the past. So if you're having trouble, you may want to try Proton VPN.
Oh, cool.
They have a fabulous email service, I will say.
Hey, I've got Proton now. They're great.
I missed who said you said that in the chat, but whoever it was, thank you very much. I'll give them a try.
That was Resolute Germ.
Thank you, Resolute.
I'll give it a shot, Resolute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fun.
What? Did I miss something?
So in the chat, somebody said
John.
Darwin killed a tuna after snorting snark fin. Scandal.
Yeah.
well, dolphins gotta eat, right?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna have to get going in a few minutes. I gotta go feed my kids and feed myself. It's coming up on noon. It's a little bit past noon, actually. So, before I do, thank you everybody for a wonderful.
Where are you at?
2 rounds.
Tokyo.
I'm in Japan.
Tokyo
God.
Trucker.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Thanks, Tokyo. Good to
great
chat you.
Bye.
It was great to
Thank
play
you
with
for
you guys.
coming on, Tokyo.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
My pleasure. This was absolutely fantastic.
Good playing with you.
Professor, you designed something awesome.
Thank you.
And John, wonderful as
Yes.
always, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I'll see you on
And
Discord.
I should, if it's this time next week, I should be back.
Yeah, it should be same time.
Fantastic.
Look forward to it.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And I'll catch you next time.
See
Have a
you,
good day,
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, chat.
See ya.
Later.
Cinnabon, you should come up here and tell us about your victory.
What was your victory, Cinnamon?
And I will see you Sunday on Question of Trek, Professor.
Thank you, Jay. We'll see you
Awesome.
there.
See you, Jay. I think this is
And
the
I
first time
will say goodnight, y'all.
Have a
See
good
ya.
Hey,
night.
Jay. Thanks
It's
for
not-
No,
coming on
we
the show.
played together before, Mr. President, on Salty's Jeopnerdy. We
Oh.
went together round to round, and you have beat me several times.
Oh, my apologies. Maybe I need to pick it a
No,
bit.
nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, yeah. But good talking to you again, man.
Uh, I don't know why my profile didn't come up. It's Conway Twitty singing on stage, but I don't know
Okay,
why it didn't come on.
cool. I'll try and remember
I will
for
see you
next
guys
time.
later.
All right.
See
Okay,
you
Tim.
later. Thanks.
Take care. And Cinnabon, I think your Doctor Who reference is slightly off.
What did he say?
He said Asian victorious, and then that's a Doctor Who reference for the kids.
Huh? I don't get the reference.
Well, the real reference is Time Lord victorious.
Okay.
But this is the more diverse version.
Oh, is that what it is?
I guess so.
Okay. I'll give you that, Cinnabon. Or should I say Asian Kyle?
First time
That's
Asian
a-
Kyle's ever wanted something.
I know.
That's
It's
two different
incredible.
people,
Maybe there's
isn't it?
hope for Strange New Worlds. I'm sorry, Mr. President. Go ahead.
Now I'm confused. Are they two different people or are they the same people using two nicknames? I thought Cinnabon and Asian Kyle were two different people.
No, they're the
The
same,
same
person.
person.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't even pick that up.
And Cinnabon says Idic.
Dude.
Mercer, are you asleep?
No, I'm still here, but my cat is sleeping.
Okay.
Okay.
You haven't been saying much.
Oh no, I just don't want to interrupt anybody like I usually do.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, just chilling tonight. Got a little buzz going. I was watching the Deep Space
Fine.
Nine documentary earlier. If you guys have never seen it, it's really good.
I've seen it
Yeah, I've
3
seen it.
times.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've got it on Blu-ray behind me.
yeah, me too.
Nice.
It's right. I just got a new TV, which I'm real happy about. 58 inches.
I got a new TV recently. It's a 55, but it's for a TV set under 800 is rated like the best picture that you can get for
Yeah,
that
I
price.
spent way less than that, but this picture is perfect because I don't know. I don't need because I have 4K stick, but I don't have like 4K discs, so I didn't need to go crazy with the with the price.
See, I bought a 4K Blu-ray player because I want the motion picture director's edition on 4K
Oh, okay, yeah.
when it comes out.
I'm gonna watch that the new version on Paramount. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. But yeah, I just right now until I start working again, which is in the fall, I can't go completely crazy. So I got a good TV, but I didn't get like the top of the line. But you'll never know if you were here, you'd never notice. You know what I mean? But in the fall, when I start teaching again, then I'm gonna start getting stuff I really want. So
Cool.
because I'm now a substitute teacher. Yay!
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I like it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, I still have my business on the side, but it's not making me the money I want. So I decided to do
What's your business?
I sell mold testing kits, which is like a kit that
okay.
you can find mold that might be in your house if you're getting sick. You got mold spores growing. It'll help you find. It's called Mold Check. Very easy name to remember, and I sell those on Amazon or my website or whatever. I do all the order fulfillment and everything else. So, but yeah, but now I'm doing substitute teaching, freelance writing.
What grades?
Actually, it's whatever grade they ask me to do, but I love doing anything from like 4th to 7th, But if they ask me to do a different grade, basically the great thing about being a substitute is that I look every day, and if they need me, I'll do it. It just every day is different. I kind of like that because if I really need a day off, I don't have to ask for it. I just take it.
Nice.
So
Just to translate, what age kids, the grades you mentioned, what ages are they? Because we don't use grades.
oh yeah, like seventh grade is like 12 years old, so you go from there, like eighth grade is like 13, and sixth grade is like 11, fifth grade is like 10, and fourth grade is like 9 and 10. It just some kids are a little older, but basically like we start like first grade I think is like 6 or 7 years old here in America. So the kids love me. I love doing it. It's kind of a thing, and it's rewarding because you get to see kids actually, say thank you for helping out.
That's cool.
More than just the money. Because most of the jobs around here are like warehouse jobs or retail jobs, and it's not very rewarding. It's like you make the money, but you don't really feel much after you're done. But being a substitute, kids really can really like you a lot, and it's great.
That's cool.
Teaching can be very rewarding.
Yeah.
I do teach computer classes, and
Oh, really?
yeah, that's part of my job at the library.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was actually going to
I
ask.
love teaching.
Yeah,
I was actually going to ask you, Professor, what sort of librarian you were, whether you were a librarian in a school library or a university library or public library or.
It's public.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But you do teaching as well.
That's part of the job.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm in charge of the computer lab. I schedule different departments in the lab when they want to use it. I also schedule the computer classes, and I teach probably about, I'd say, 2/3 of them or so. We do have some volunteers that come in and volunteer teach as well. I develop our website. I work at the information desk where I answer
cool.
reference questions. Help people at the computers. Yeah, it's a good job.
It's kind of similar to what I do. I'm not actually certified as a teacher, but I do have a BA degree and a good background check, so it's good enough for me to come in and sub for people. But I was just scheduling myself for every day that they needed somebody, because we have a huge school district. But I think I might actually become certified. I'm thinking about doing that.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And John, I know you tutor.
Yes, I work for an online tutoring company, so I work with students like one-on-one, either through text or through voice. So I like it for the most part.
That's cool.
And you tutor mostly math, is that right?
Yeah, I do mostly math, like in algebra. I do get some younger students for reading as well.
Okay, sweet.
I also do writing. I write for a local newspaper. They don't really pay me anything, but I do get stuff. They do help me out here and there. But I do their entertainment stuff and their soft news kind of stuff. Like I did some Star Trek reviews and some Moon Knight reviews. That show is so disappointing. Oh my God. The first episode was so good, and then it went downhill.
What show's that, Mister?
Moon Knight, the Marvel show Moon Knight.
I have not seen it.
It's like an MCU show. It's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right. I was aware of that much. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me. What's his name? Oscar Isaac is excellent in it, but it's just not a good. I didn't like it. The first episode I'd recommend watching because it was amazing. Amazing first episode.
It was definitely very different from a normal MCU show.
Yeah. I mean, some people like it. If you like the whole show, I mean, I understand it. I just didn't particularly care for where it ended up.
Not to switch topics, but I'm really curious, John. What is that on the view screen? behind you?
It's a planet.
Yeah, it's a planet, but I don't know which one specifically it's supposed to
It
be.
looks like Saturday Alpha 5 because it looks like you just took it from Star Trek 2, the whole screenshot.
I mean, yeah, I think that's where the image comes from.
Yeah, so that's like when they're getting close to Saturday Alpha 5 or something, maybe.
Yeah, but that's the Enterprise bridge.
I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be regular on the screen.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to see. All I see is kind of a streak of light.
It's like the whole
It could be,
thing is like a
could be
shadow.
the Genesis planet.
Yeah, it looks like what the Reliant took a picture of, but they put it on the view screen for the Enterprise for the picture.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what it looks like. I don't know. I think it's weird because when I watch Strange New Worlds, I like how colorful it is compared to Discovery, which is all gray and purple and yellow and it's ugly. But like, my problem is, it's like, I don't know. The sets look the wrong size. Like the sets look too big, and the camera movements are all pretty boring. And I usually like boring. I like Orville has pretty boring camera angles. But
You can
this
say
show-
that again about the size of the sets.
Yeah, the sets
Look
look like the
Look at
corridors
Pike's
are too wide.
quarters.
Pike's quarters are too big, and they always
It's
start
bigger
off
than
a
10
shot.
forward.
Yeah, they always start off a shot with like a bulkhead, and then they just move to the left, and there's your shot. Every episode they use the same shot. It's just like, I don't like the show. I mean, why would he have a fireplace in his quarters? Like, why? Like, why?
Or a forest outside his quarters, apparently.
I don't get it.
What, a forest
This thing
outside
looks huge.
quarters?
If you look out the window of Pike's quarters, it looks like there's trees outside.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I never noticed that. I don't really. I just think in my head it's a reboot, so the size doesn't really matter. But I respect you guys' opinion. That's just my way of dealing with it.
It looks like the ship is really small because how big the rooms are. And if you were to put those rooms on the diagram, the ship would be really small, especially when you look at the windows in relationship to the sets. If the windows in his quarters are on the rim of the ship, then there wouldn't be a lot of room for all the sets.
Yeah. I must admit, I've got a spatial perception problem, which is part of my disability.
No, you're fine.
So I fail at visual cues anyway, so a lot of that stuff doesn't register to me. But you guys have got regular vision, and if it doesn't make sense, then I can understand being irritated by that.
Well, it's just an inconsistency. They're not claiming it's a reboot. I know a lot of people want to make it a reboot, but according to the IP owner, it's not. So you have this discrepancy where you go from the cage to this and then to TOS, and it doesn't fit in between them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Doesn't make sense.
It's fair enough. But the reboot thing is only my headcanon. It's the only way I can cope with the show. Because if I didn't have the explanation, I wouldn't be able to enjoy it either. Because of things like the Gorn showing up before we even know about the Gorn. Things like same thing with Enterprise. I can't be bothered with Enterprise because the continuity in Enterprise is just totally wrong as well.
And Thomas says in the Orville interactive game, he got chased by clowns. Well, that sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, that was from the episode Firestorm when they had the clown.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you could go in the elevator in that game and hear dance music.
Oh, there's a game for the Orville.
Yeah,
it's
free.
on Steam.
It's on Steam. It's free.
I'll have to get that.
Actually, here's a question for all of you. I guess you don't have to answer on YouTube if you don't want to, but just something I thought of is I don't have the reflexes to play a lot of games, but I love to enjoy a lot of Star Trek games. So if any
You
of
don't need
you,
reflexes to play this.
if any of you have like Star Trek Online or something and want to sort of handle the controls for me and sort of play the game with me over Discord or over YouTube or StreamYard sometime, I would really love that because
I'll consider it. I don't play a lot of games myself, but I consider it. In terms of this Orville game, you just walk around the ship. You just take your time. There's no reason to have quick reflexes. I don't.
there's no enemies to fight or anything.
There might be, but most of it is just basically taking a tour of the ship and walking around, and I haven't done it enough to fight anybody, but just to be on the ship is the main point.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really good. Is it made by the same people that made that replica of the Enterprise D before Paramount?
Yeah, it was. They got struck down, so they were able to do the Orville.
That's cool. I'm really glad that Seth MacFarlane said you can do the Orville because I think it was a bit mean spirited of Paramount to shut down the Enterprise D project because they weren't making any money off of it.
Here's what you might not know about Seth is that he actually, if you have these Next Generation Blu-ray set, I don't know, do any of you guys have it?
No, I do not.
He does the commentary track for Cause and Effect, the audio commentary for that episode.
I'm curious, why did they ask him to do that?
Because he's a huge fan. He actually appeared in 2 Enterprise episodes. He also
I know he was on Enterprise.
Yeah, he also appears in like a I think the season 2 roundtable, but I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. But I heard he appears in one of the roundtable documentaries on the TNG set. I don't know which one. I'll try to find out tonight. But yeah, he just does the cause and effect commentary because he loves the show because he's Seth MacFarlane, and yeah, he's a huge. TNG to him is like the apex of Star Trek.
Well, that shows in the Orville.
Yeah.
It's very TNG-like.
Yeah. I saw a video that I saved where he talks about, this is before the Orville came out, he talks about his love for the episode The Drumhead, which is because of how it was just like a bottle show that was really great. The writing is really great. So yeah, he's a huge fan. I can put the link for the video in the chat. Hold on a second.
I might watch the Deep Space Nine documentary, but one thing I tend to avoid most documentaries because I don't want to see how they made scenes. Like I don't want to see the special effects and how they do things. I just want to watch it and have as much suspension of disbelief as possible. Does the Deep Space Nine documentary go into how they made shots happen or effects happen, or does it not really delve into it?
To me, it adds to it actually. Like for example, like one of my favorite movies, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It looks so good, and to know how they did it and all the trouble they went through to do it just adds to my love watching it.
Mr.
I
President,
can understand that for a lot of people, but the way my brain works is that if I know how they do it, then it pulls me out of it.
It really didn't go into much on how they composited shots or how they composed shots. It was more about the story of the show, how it was developed, the characters.
Yeah,
they do go into they do show some HD quality video of the show that they've redone. It looks spectacular.
Yeah, like the battles. It's a good documentary. I think you'll like it, bro. I think you will. I think you will.
I really enjoyed it. It was really well done.
For
And
example,
supposedly they're making one for Voyager now.
okay.
Yeah, it's called To the Journey.
Yeah.
For example, one of the things I really disliked is when another YouTube channel, and I'm not blaming the YouTube channel because for most of the audience would like it, but it just caught me off guard. They mentioned that for Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 3, they used the same set for the Reliant and for the USS Grissom. And I just don't want to know that because in the universe they're two different ships. So I don't want to know that in reality they're using the same sets. It just pulls me out. It takes away the suspended disbelief. And I know that's a bit over the top, but unfortunately it's part of OCD as well. It just
I understand that.
always
By the way,
my
if you
brain.
guys really want to deep dive on the Orville, there's a book called Exploring the Orville: Essays on Seth MacFarlane and Space Adventure. I have it somewhere, but it's a really deep dive into the philosophies of the show of each episode. If you guys really want to read something.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon on paperback, but it's pretty expensive. But it's well worth it because there's not a lot of Orville stuff out there. So if you want to read like an actual book that goes deep dive into all the themes of the show, there you go.
I kind of wonder how well the Orville ships are selling on
Eagle Moss.
Oh, Eagle Moss. Yes, thank you.
I don't know. I just know I bought the shuttlecraft and the Orville, but I still have to buy the fighter because I want that fighter, the Pterodon fighter. That looks awesome.
Which they really haven't showed very much of yet.
Yeah, they will.
You know, they had that test flight in the first episode, but we haven't seen it since.
Well, I do agree with Salty when he said it's a bit weird that they only have one fighter. They should have a whole squad of them at least.
They don't have a lot of room for stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
The other thing is this may be, you know, a brand new type of fighter, and they just haven't made many yet.
True. Yeah. That's a good point.
Well, Thomas says Eagle Moss hasn't made any new Orville ships.
I do know that they were making a Pterodon, but I saw a picture of it, their version of it, but they might not have released it yet.
Cinnabon says Eagle Moss is company forbidden.
Why? Why doesn't he like them?
Well, it may have something to do with the fact with this huge model of the Enterprise D that he's been attempting to build for some time.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where you can do a subscription with Eagle Moss, and they'll like send you a certain number of parts each month.
Oh,
you're supposed to gradually put it together.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, depending on how it's done, that can cost you a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah,
sometimes putting the pieces together, it doesn't go so easily.
All right. We were talking about games before. Do any of you have any favorite Star Trek games that you like playing?
I think my favorite Star Trek game of all time is one that actually Matthew started to play online. He would stream in it, and that's the next generation of Final Unity. It was if you've seen the 25th anniversary game that they made for TOS, it's kind of similar to that, except it has better graphics, and I think the shipboard on the ship scenes are better produced. They're less cartoony than the TOS games were.
Cool. I'll have to check out Matthew's stream and take a look.
Well, he hasn't played it in a while. I think he streamed two times with the game, and he just hasn't had time since to continue.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I'd I can't play a lot of games myself, but I love to watch people play games and things, especially Star Trek.
Cinnabon, are you okay? Had a low blow, did you?
Why? What happened
Thomas says Asian Kyle could put the Enterprise D together.
there?
Those are fine words.
And Thomas asks, Matthew, who?
Oh,
Well, you
Matthew.
know,
Everyone
Matthew's a
sees
busy
you.
guy.
It's
He's
true.
got important things to do.
Like building Nomad, for example.
Like building Nomad, he's taking his time on that. You know, he wants to get it right. Nomad's
Right.
perfect after all, so he has to build it
He's
perfectly.
got a whole city sanitation to run, isn't he? I mean, that's pretty important.
Yeah, I suppose that's important too.
If that breaks down the whole city falls over. Cinnabon, do you want to come up and talk to us?
Well, I've tried to get him to come up a couple times, and he's being stubborn in chat. He doesn't want to come up here.
Mind you, Salty asks you to come up often, Professor, and you don't come up.
That is true.
Yeah. I guess it depends if people are trying to multitask at the same time.
Oh, by the way, I probably won't be able to play next week, but the week after that, I should be able to play.
Okay. No problem.
All
Well,
right.
we're glad that you came up this week.
Oh, thank
Exactly.
you. Thank you.
You're here for the premiere.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Special occasion.
But next week, we're doing a celebration for my mom who passed away, so gonna be doing that next weekend.
I'm sorry to hear about your mum.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, so family's gonna be coming from far and wide, and I've got to coordinate it.
You have my condolences.
Sorry, guys.
Yes, sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
Sorry, guys. I got a cough. I'll just mute.
You're okay, Mr. President.
No problem. Well, you were asking about Star Trek games. The one I like to play now is the one where I got those pictures from using the games called Star Trek Timelines. It's a free mobile game you can get. And also, it's not one of those things that really is an issue with having faster reflexes. Basically, you're collecting characters and ships, and you're sending them on missions to level them up.
See, I have trouble with video games, so I might play it because, I look at like a controller for like a PlayStation, and there's like many different buttons, and I'm like, what do I do? I tried to play that bridge, or like that thing, and I tried to play that Bridge Commander Star Trek game. I spent like $40 on it, where you can play, on different bridges, bridge simulator or whatever it's called. And I'm like, right away, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I just gave up. Never played it.
That timeline one sounds good, John. Is there a website version? Because I can't manage a smartphone.
Oh, what I actually do is I have an emulator for my computer. It's called BlueStacks, where it can run Android games on it on your computer.
Okay, that's cool. I'll give that a shot.
My computer heard you, by the way. You said computer?
Oh.
Thomas says Armada 2 is the best Trek game.
I used to have that a while back. My brother used to play it. Yeah, it looks really good.
I really like the first Elite Force game.
That's a Voyager
game. Yeah, that was really well done, I thought. The second one I wasn't as keen on.
Do you still have it, Professor?
No, I don't.
I was going to say we could stream it sometime.
I think Cinnabon has it, but he already streamed it.
Okay. Cool.
In terms of the old-fashioned games, I used to like to play Starship Creator. Where you just basically build ships and send them on missions.
Oh, I remember that. I enjoyed that, but when you send them on the mission, the flight time was a little long for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I did some streams of that on my, or some videos of that on my channel a while back, because I found a version of the game that worked on my computer.
Oh, cool.
And Cinnabon says DS9's Dominion War was really good. That's
You know
one
what
I
game
did not play.
I wanted to play Dominion Wars, but you know what game I did play way back in the 90s called DS9 Harbinger? You know, have you heard of that? It looked like the
Yeah.
cave looked like a symbol. But the only part of the game I really played was when you go into the holosuite, you can like fly around and destroy like asteroids. It was really a lot of fun. It reminded me of that
Okay.
scene from the episode The Great River. What was that episode where they're running from Jeopner and they're going through these ice asteroids? You remember?
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Wayne and I think it was Odo, or we're like, yeah, it reminds me of that scene, and you can go in this holodeck program or holosuite program and just start destroying these asteroids. It's a lot of fun.
Has there been any in-universe reason to account for the sound in space? Because we
No,
know
it's just a convention. It's just a
that
convention.
they should really mention some sound simulators or something for an in-universe explanation of why we hear the phaser fire.
It's unless you're Kubrick or Nolan, if you make a movie or show without sound in space, it's going to sound like it's not finished. You know, so unless you're like an artsy filmmaker like Kubrick, it doesn't. Your movie's going to seem odd without sound. It's just kind of convention. It's like having even a regular movie where somebody's life is being edited together, and that doesn't happen in real life either. So
Yeah, I'm not saying don't have this sound. I'm saying have an in-universe explanation of why it's there.
Now I do think that like in like First Contact when they're trying to get the deflector dish off the ship, and they all those latches come undone, one at a time. It might actually sound like that, not like sound, but the vibration might feel like that because they're standing on it and they're feeling each of those levers giving away. That's kind of accurate, I think.
Yeah.
Or the scene in 2009. Remember in 2009 when the girl gets blown out of the ship and you hear her and that she's silent as she is flung out of the ship? That was a great shot.
That's true. What were you gonna say, Professor, when I started talking about it?
I don't remember.
Sorry, I kind of just
It's
wanted to get my
okay.
thought
It
out.
probably wasn't important.
That's
Sorry
right.
about that. I just wanted to get my thought out.
That's all right.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm not saying don't have the sound. I just wish occasionally they'd mention like a sound simulator program that they have in the view screen or something. But they don't.
Even more puzzling is in Star Trek 4, they had the footage from Star Trek 3 that they could play from the council. It's like, let's watch the Enterprise blow up because we have the actual videotape from Star Trek 3 that we can watch.
I didn't think about that, but that's a good point. Maybe they picked it up from a Starfleet probe of some sort.
Well, there's a couple ways you could think about that. The ship could have released a log right before it blew up. It had a recording of the bridge and that sort of thing. Or that would explain that. The exterior shots could be like in Star Trek The Motion Picture, where they had a drone that was watching the battle with the Klingons in V'ger.
I don't remember a drone in there. It's been years since I've watched it, though. So,
I don't think you actually see it, but they mention in dialogue there's like a sensor drone or something that's been following the battle.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. And yeah, in my head, I kind of just imagine all these drones with the sound simulators on, and that's how they get the sound. But they never mentioned a sound simulator within Freak.
Take care, Resolute.
Yeah, good night,
Thanks
Resolute.
for coming on the show.
Right.
And yet Star Trek is quite realistic with other science and other places, so I don't know why they haven't addressed the sound thing, but again, maybe it's just me nitpicking too much.
I think it's for the audience more than anything. You know, you're used to hearing sound, and if you don't
Yeah.
hear sound,
It would feel like
you
it's
know,
incomplete. Like
it's
it didn't
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like only certain filmmakers can really pull it off. Like Nolan pulled it off in Interstellar pretty well, and Kubrick obviously with 2001. But it's very hard to make it work.
Yeah. And I'm not saying even try to do it. I'm just saying have it in dialogue somewhere where someone mentions a sound simulator, so that we're not trying to pretend
Universal
to
translator.
from
Yeah.
Thomas asks, how does the Enterprise still have an image of after Epsilon 9 is destroyed? Well, it could be another sensor drone.
And Cinnamon talked about how the atmosphere should have been destroyed when they went to warp at the end. Yeah, I thought that is kind of questionable that they went to warp speed from inside the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Seems like that would have some kind of effect.
Especially, you know, when they have other points in Star Trek where they're concerned about going to warp inside a solar system.
Yeah.
So
I think
being inside of an atmosphere, that's even worse.
Well, I think their concern of going to warp inside a solar system is when you're going toward the center of the solar system, like when they in Deep Space Nine when they had to destroy the Ganges because it had that bomb on it. They were going toward the sun, and they were worried that maybe it would be really hard to do that. But they never really had a problem going, say, from Earth to like the outer planets, going away from the sun inside the solar system. You know what I mean? Just that's how I rationalize it. You know, I don't know. My thing is, why can't they count the number of planets orbiting Sadie Alpha? You know, just count them. They should know how many planets are orbiting the damn thing.
The other planets might have been disturbed too. You
Yeah,
know, and
it's a little weird though that they could have just counted them.
Yes,
They need to get the count on board the ship from Sesame Street and have him be the science officer. You know, to count things.
you know, maybe like Planet 7 moved inside.
Yeah.
You know, the planets shifted around.
I think even in our solar system, Pluto sometimes goes inside the orbit of Neptune,
like it
depending
is
on
now,
where it
yeah.
is in its orbit.
So, like, Mr. President, like, what do you think of the Count as being the best science officer? You know, from Sesame Street?
That sounds funny. It sounds hilarious.
Well, there are theories that Jupiter and Saturn moved around in our solar system early in its formation.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that the inaccuracy of Into Darkness, when you see Jupiter, when they're building the starbase, they're building the ship outside of Jupiter, and in that shot you can see Jupiter's red spot, but by the time we get to the 23rd century, there won't be a red spot on Jupiter.
There's no proof of that.
They're saying it's dissipating, and in 40 years it could go away.
Well, it depends on who you listen to. They're saying that it actually is getting deeper, but the diameter of it is getting smaller.
Okay.
It's not any smaller than it was. It's just getting deeper. So it's growing vertically, but
Why does it stay in
shrinking.
the same spot? Like, why doesn't it move around the planet? Why does it stay in the same spot on the planet?
No, it rotates with the planet.
Okay. Does it move
does
independently of the other clouds?
It does to a point. It's still carried along with the upper level winds, but it does have a direction of its own, just like hurricanes do.
Right. It's amazing that that it even exists to me. I don't even know what causes it.
Well, we've seen spots like that on other giant planets. Neptune occasionally has a really large dark storm. And we've seen them on Saturn too.
Sorry, guys, it's just about all I had for lunch for the human
Now you're taking advice from Normal in terms of the yawning skills.
day.
If anybody should be yawning, it's me. I've been up since 5 a.m. It's almost 11 p.m. now.
Where do you live? I live in
we should,
Pennsylvania.
we
so
should let you,
me,
we should
it's
let
Texas.
you guys go. Sorry.
Wow. I'm in Pennsylvania, and I'm getting up to midnight here. About to play. You guys ever play Framed on your computer?
Take care, Thomas. Feel better.
Hope you feel better, Thomas.
There's a game similar to Wordle. It's called Framed, and what they do is every day, starting at midnight, they give you a different movie, right? And they just show you a picture from the movie. Then you guess it. If you get it wrong, they show you another picture, and then if you guess it wrong, they give you up to like 5 or 6 guesses to guess the movie. They do it every day for a different movie.
Oh, okay.
Pretty fun game.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Some of them are easy if you've seen it. If you've seen the movie and you see the picture, you know what it is. You just guess it. But if you don't guess it right away, you get like 6 guesses or something.
Anyway, we should probably go and let you sleep, Professor and John.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'm probably going to get going soon. I really enjoyed playing. Like I said, next week I might be able to play because we're actually doing the memorial on Sunday, but I am anticipating, people coming and going on Saturday, seeing everybody. I'm anticipating people traveling from wherever.
Well, we understand if you won't be here.
Of course. Hope it goes well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's she passed away in the winter, but we, with Christmas and Thanksgiving and the holidays and traveling, we waited until now to do her celebration.
And probably COVID too.
Yeah, COVID. I think, what I think? In a few generations, the traditional funeral will be the minority way of doing it. Like the idea of people gathering and seeing like a coffin or something. I think more people are going to be doing it with Zoom, getting together on Zoom or doing celebrations afterwards, because this funerals were made before we had the technology to do it virtually.
I think being there in person does provide more comfort and grief, though. But you're right, the pandemic might force us to do that. But I think
But I think people like the new generation, like the millennials, they're going to get used to doing it this way. The generations after them, they're going to be like having their funerals and not have them be some somber. I'm not saying it's going to go away completely. I'm saying in the future, it's going to be like, okay, most people will want to do something a little bit easier and a little bit more fun, and either doing celebrations later on or virtual gatherings over Zoom. I just think that's where it's going to go in a few generations.
Well, who can afford to travel in a few years?
Right. Yeah. Especially with gas prices.
The way the prices are going.
And people are getting older. When you're doing funerals, this means that people usually are getting older, and when you have the technology to see people without traveling, why travel?
Yeah.
We're doing what we're doing right now. We're talking, and we don't need to be there to talk.
I really miss
my
mum, and she only lives a few hours away. So, speaking of travel, I can't wait until the transporter is invented, provided that John and Professor Brainy Specs' theory that the transporter does not kill you is correct. With the information theory we discussed on Discord, I hope you guys are correct on that one. Yeah.
Maybe someday time will tell.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go so that you guys in American can get some sleep.
Yeah.
And thank you all very much for talking and the game, and thanks for the question, John, and the board professor, and thanks
My
for hanging
pleasure.
out, Mercer as well, and I've really enjoyed it all.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you both came.
Me too.
Cool. All right, take care, guys.
Take care.
Thanks.
See
Okay,
you later,
Mr.
John.
President.
See you later.
See you
I don't
guys
know your
later.
name, Brainy Specs, but good
Take
to
care,
see you.
Mercer.
Good to see you. By the way, my
Good to
first
see
name
you.
is Nick.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Nick. Nick.
Nick.
Yeah. So in case you wanted to know. So talk to you
Okay.
soon.
Well, have a good night, Nick.
You too. Thanks.
See ya. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
All right, that's probably a good place to wrap it up for tonight, I think.
I think
Yep.
so.
Thanks to everyone for joining us, both for the game and for the chat afterwards. Yeah, we're doing this again next Saturday at the same time. Thanks again to the professor for co-hosting and designing the board for us.
And thanks for coming up with wonderful questions.
Thank you. Hopefully have a good night, everyone, and live long and prosper.
Good night, everyone.